Hello everyone, Vampire218 here bringing you another Draft Pokemon Spotlight. Today, I've chosen to look at Mega Aggron. Now, to look at Mega Aggron, we do have to look at regular Aggron just for a few things. Mainly just the stat differences. We get a 30 stat increase in attack, bringing our 110 to 140 for attack. Our HP stays the same at 70. Our defense goes up by 50 points, bringing it to 230, tying us with Shuckle for the highest defense of any Pokemon. Our special attack stays the same at 60. Our speed stays the same at 50. And we lose 80. We gain 30 in special defense. Sorry, we don't lose anything. We gain 30. Our ability goes into Filter, which reduces the effectiveness of super effective moves by a fourth, meaning that a move that would regularly hit us for ×2 only hits us for times 1.5. A move that would hit us for 4 only hits us for ×3. We go from being a rock steel type, having resistances to bug, dragon, fairy, ice, psychic, rock, strong resistances to flying normal, and immunity to poison, a weakness to water, and a double weakness to fighting and ground, to a pure steel type, which is immune to poison, resists bug, dragon, fairy, flying, grass, ice, normal, psychic, rock, and steel, and is only weak to fighting, fire, and ground. Overall, that is a pretty good defensive mon that can also dish out quite a good amount of damage. Now, Mega Aggron is in the UU tier for traditional Smogon, and in tier 2 for regular GBA tiers. Now that's pretty good as well. As a tier 2 Mega, it fits the role in a Dragon Steel Fairy Core, and it also is quite a good Enforcer tank. Now, I'm going to show us some of the moves, because this thing has a good stats to back it up, although it has to be you can't really run it as special attack reliably. It just doesn't have the stats to do that. So, we have flying coverage in Aerial Ace. This really lets us cover its fighting weakness. So, and again, it's strong against grass, bug, and fighting. And Aerial Ace is okay for that. We get Aqua Tail for water coverage. We get Ice Punch for ice coverage. We get Brick Break for fighting. We get Earthquake for ground. We get various dragon moves, including Dragon Tail, Dragon Rush, and I do believe we get Outrage. Yes, we do. We get Dynamic Punch, which, if we're okay with that accuracy, is brilliant. We get Focus Punch, which, you really have to use correctly. We get Heavy Slam, which is an amazing Steel-type move for us, because we are quite heavy of a mon. We get Head Smash, which it is a rock move. It does quite a bit of damage with low accuracy and quite a bit of recoil, so we do have to be aware of that. We get access to Iron Defense, which is a very good defense-boosting move. We get Iron Head, which is a very good iron move, and I like it probably the most other than Heavy Slam. I like Iron Head if you're going against heavier mons. Very similar weight mons. If you're going against very light mons, Heavy Slam's the way to go. We get Low Kick, which is a brilliant move, because if, again, we're going against heavy mons, that's our fighting version of Heavy Slam, if they're heavy. As we keep going down here, we get Power Up Punch, which is pretty good utility. We get Rock Slide, which is okay. Our rock moves are not the best. We get Stone Edge, but again, that accuracy is the big issue, so I would honestly run Stone Edge over the recoil move, because that 50 damage isn't worth the 50% recoil that we take. So we get Ghost coverage in Shadow Claw. We get Smackdown, which is pretty good if we don't need the damage and we just need that accuracy. And other than that, you know, it is, I've mentioned, we get Thunder Punch too for our electric coverage. Now, I'm going to be showing you 2 sets, and I should probably mention that one of them has been inspired by another YouTuber by the name of Kraken Nation. I will leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description of my video. I mean, I saw this set, the one that I'm showing you right now, on one of his videos, and it was brilliant. And again, I'm not sure if he ran max defense or max special defense. I would honestly even go bring this down and bring this up so you're a little more reliable, but it's all depending on what your opponent's bringing. But the set essentially runs like this. So you have Filter to reduce those super effective moves against you, and that's brilliant because you're a tank. Now we have Whirlpool to force the opponent to stay in. We have Taunt to mean they can't do some shenanigans status to us, or any, like Roar, they can't do any of those shenanigans. We have Toxic to ensure that they become poisoned if they are not a poison or steel type. And we have Rest to get back all that health. And I didn't think that this would be a good set. I mean, I saw it and I thought, whatever. Initially, I thought this is a joke. He has no way of winning. And then I saw this set in action, and it puts in so much work. And even in theory, you got to think, Whirlpool's forcing them to stay in for 4 turns. That means they are getting the 4 turns of Toxic, minimum 3 turns of Toxic if we Whirlpool first. So, I mean, we could Whirlpool after Toxic, meaning they get 5 turns of Toxic, or they can get 3 turns, 4 turns of Toxic. Either way, that goes from 6%, 12%, 18%, and you got to combine those all. And they've taken a lot. Not every mon can deal with Mega Aggron either, because as we've seen, this thing has an ample amount of resistances. If they bring in a mon that doesn't have fighting, fire, or ground, this can just trap them, Toxic them, and recover all its health back, because they won't be able to do enough damage to them. Now, if your opponent is bringing a steel or poison type, you obviously wouldn't not pack this. You might pack a different variation of this, anything. But when I saw Kraken Nation use this set, I was just so blown away at the craziness of it. This is one of those sets where you don't think, oh, you know, why would you ever run that? And then you see it in action, and you try it, and it makes you want to use it, because it's just so silly, but it works. Now, the other set I have here is Pure HP, Pure Attack, Heavy Hitter. Now, we got EQ to do massive damage. We have Heavy Slam. Now, this can also be traded out for Iron Head if we're going against heavy Pokemon. This can also be, if we're going against other steel types, we can run Low Kick if they're heavy. There's a lot of variation in the moveset. I have Aerial Ace here. This is if they bring a fighting type. But again, you know, this is all variation. If they're not bringing a fighting type, maybe you bring a fighting type move yourself. Maybe you bring Low Kick or Power Up Punch or Brick Break. You got a lot of variety in what you want to do here. And then Ice Punch covers your ground weakness, but again, there's a lot of variety. And you can run Aqua Tail if you're afraid of the fire weakness. There's a lot of variety here, and you really just need to tailor this set to what you anticipate you will be facing. And that's really what the Draft League format is about. I can show you a bunch of different sets, but until you're in that team building stage where you see, okay, they have this mon, and this mon. Now, I've seen his sets, and they're good, but I need to change them. And that's what you're going to find. A lot of these sets are not universal. You need to be counter building. If you see that they have no fighting types on their team, you should not be bringing Aerial Ace. You have better moves that can just cover those weaknesses. You have Fire Punch for the bug effectiveness, and the grass effectiveness. So you need to be wary of that. And that's what really team building is all about. Aggron can do heavy damage, it has a good amount of health, and its defense is through the roof. I've been Vampire218, bringing you a draft Pokemon Spotlight on Mega Aggron. If you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, share, favorite, and subscribe for more Pokemon Draft League content. Bye!